right, so we're on. Yeah, sorry about that, some technical difficulties. It's the first time we do this kind of a live session thing, so please bear with us. So welcome everyone, thanks for joining in. I'm Tora from Conception, as you probably know, and I'm here today to answer some questions that you kindly sent in. So I hope you're all safe and sound out there. It's crazy times. Important to have distractions now. So music for me is a great distraction, and I guess it is for you too. This is really a good opportunity to forget the world out there for a little while and focus on this. So thanks a lot for all the fantastic feedback and wonderful messages we got, your fantastic support. It's such a pleasure to release this album today, and all the feedback we got it really makes it worthwhile so much. So thank you so much, and thank you also all of you for allowing us to do what we do. We're really in this together. Enough of that. Let's get to it because we don't have too much time. So what happened here now is that you sent in all these questions, and the team they have compiled some questions for me here to answer. I'm just going to see if I also can get on the live stream, so like I would have a possibility to see who you are. Okay, there we go. So if I just push this. Oh, and I have to kill my audio. I'm sorry, I'm new to this. Okay. All right. So now I can see anyone who's posting here. Excellent. So let me know who you are, who's joining in, and where are you sitting at. I'll try to multitask a little and go between questions and see what's happening here on the live stream. Right, so let's get to it. So the first question that came in. What happened now with my computer? Really? Seriously? Sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. So the first question I got here is from Christoph Galachin. Hi, Christoph. And he's asking, what's the meaning behind the title State of Deception? Also, why is the music getting so dark? Good thing though. All right. Well, it's not only now. For a while, there's been challenging times. Many people find it difficult to navigate through the information flow. It's a tense political climate around the world. There's growing populism, segregation, a lot of individual pressure on everyone. And this is more or less the basic concepts of the album, which is also then like summed up in that title. It's like we are in a state right now where there is a lot of deception. But we have come through, it's not only dark, we have come through difficult times before, and I'm sure we'll come through it again. We will get through these new challenges. I think it's also important to mention that the album is not only about the negativity and the darkness, it's also about courage, faith, and hope to get through and find something more meaningful on the other side. And some of the darkness too, we're from the Nordic countries, we have dark winters, melancholy. It's kind of a part of the Nordic soul in a way, you could say. It's part of our culture. We love the melancholy. Right. Hope that answered your question. The next one is from Anise Day. I hope I could say her name right. What was the main influences for you guys during writing and recording this album? Well, of course, there's music of all kinds. We listen to all kinds of music, but we also do take a lot of influence from life, from various experiences we have, from nature, from traveling, meeting people in our surroundings, and I think it's fair to say we also took a lot of inspiration of actually creating music together again, also as conception. It was very inspiring. Another thing is that it's been very inspiring to be back on stage, to perform. It's a special, I would call it magic that happens, this atmosphere between stage and audience when we play, and we also take this inspiration and energy with us from doing that. So, yeah. And Anise had also a second question here. How did the collaboration with Elise Reed happen? That's the fantastic singer of Amaranth. It was pretty clear to me and Roy when we wrote The Mansion. Instantly, it was clear that we wanted to have a female singer for this part that she's doing. And Roy had been working with her with Camelot on a previous occasion, and so that was the lead, and he introduced her voice to me. I really liked her singing, and she said yes, she wanted to do it, so she did a fantastic job. Really nice job from Elise Reed. Next question is from Igor Barros. And he would like to know what the image means on the cover of the new album and why the name was chosen. Sorry, I just need a sip of water. Well, we already talked about the name, State of Deception. The artwork has also got a lot of symbolics to show this. And it's made by this great artist, Set Zero Anton. I mean, you can do a lot of interpretations yourself. I know Seth also likes it to have an open, or likes it to be a little open, but so my interpretation for myself, basically, you see this broken human being who has maybe too high ambitions. The wings are broken, but there's also holding a lotus in his hand, which also represents hope and a new life, new possibilities. So Igor, I hope that answered a little bit, and please find your own interpretations. All right, next question is from Michael Coos. How was the songwriting process going on? Tor working on music, while Roy responsible for vocal lines and lyrics. The songwriting process has been done in various ways. For most of the tracks, yes, I did write the basic music first, and then enhanced and continued to work on that together. For Roy, and also to do his melody lines afterwards. The songwriting has been taking place in various locations, from Portugal to France, a lot up in a cottage in the Norwegian mountains, a lot here in Stockholm. Some basic ideas I also did with Arve back in his basement and in the rehearsal room in Oslo. So there are various ways to do this. And then Roy and I had several trips where we go in total isolation. So we're kind of used to this. We go in total isolation to just focus on music and have our songwriting sessions. Which has been really good. And then we always work on the songwriting until the album is done, so there's always new parts, we change things along the way as we record as well. And the reason behind the music is getting so sad and dark that you're also asking about is, there is darkness to it, maybe some sadness, but there's also joy and happiness, and there's many expressions, I think. But again, the whole album is describing challenging times and how getting through challenging times. And also we really like the melancholy. Then there is a question from Ingmar Timstedt, and he's asking about the tour dates. It was so unfortunate that we had to postpone, but there's nothing compared to how unfortunate this is for the world and everybody out there. We were really looking forward to start playing. We're actually supposed to do the first gig tomorrow. Our gig in Gjøvik, but of course this has to be postponed, and we're super happy that we already got new dates in place. So we're already, the way it looks, we'll do Prog Power as planned in September. We'll also do Gjøvik in September, and then this whole European tour is rolling out in April next year. So 2021. So we're really looking forward to that. So if you want more information, conceptionmusic.com, then you have the full list and dates and everything. Then a question from John Wins. How do you see your guitar work in an emotional way on this new record? We're always striving, to express ourselves as strongly as we can. And emotions, they depend on the mood we're in and the mood the music in the particular track is describing. I think this is the absolutely most important thing performing. Get the most out of the expression and groove. Try to be as emotional as possible. And then you have a bonus question. Hey, John, that's what skills do you like most in your bandmates? I would say the expression in everybody and the groove we have together. Everyone's willingness to experiment and the way we connect. We have a very special connection when we play that I really appreciate with everyone. Arne Kjærhus. So, you have some questions, and thank you so much for your support. And as one of those who also coming to our camping trips. Well, you said that some parts of Waywardly Broken were written when you and Roy shared a house in the early 2000s. Do you have more material from that time? Yes, we do. We did write a lot of stuff. Some pretty cool stuff that we haven't used. We took these parts from Waywardly Broken. I think that was like the verse part and the basic of the chorus. That was something Roy and I had jammed, Roy on keyboard and me on guitar back then, and then we completed the track later on now. But we have a lot of material from before. We'll probably also in the future dig a little bit into the past. It's cool to have a connection with the past, but mostly I think we will continue to focus on new material. Who knows? Next question from Anna. On April 20th, 1995, you had a listening party for In Your Multitude at Buddy Holly Zelt, together with Gamma Ray. What do you remember from that night? I remember we had a very nice boat trip on the canals of Hamburg first. It was a real joy to do this together with Gamma Ray. They've always been great with us. We haven't seen them for a long time, but we had great times with them back in the 90s. Hope to see them again. We had a lot of fun was a great gig, and then I remember Arve got in that really special mode that he does not too often, I'm afraid, but when he becomes like a living stand-up comedian. He entertained the shit out of us that night with all his stories and all the crazy stuff he's been doing. Okay, next question. Describe yourself and issue your fellow bandmates with just one word. Myself, dedicated. Roy, expressive. Arve, solid. Ingar, groovy. Yeah. What's the craziest thing a fan ever said or done? I think one thing that I found like pretty crazy. There was a fan who actually moved to Norway to be close to us. That's dedication. What did it feel like when all the girls in Japan stood beneath your balcony screaming for you? Well, flattering for first. It was the enthusiastic welcome of Japanese fans. It's out of this world. It's been very nice. It's kind of surreal. It's incredible to be there. You played a festival in Norway June '95, and it was the last thing Conception did for quite a while. Was this because you wanted time off to form ARC? No, not really. ARC was a side project that took shape back then. So in Conception we still had a lot of activity. We went on touring in Japan. We wrote the Flow album, and then I did ARC on the side, more like a playground, you could say, to explore some more musical craziness. Okay. Then we have questions from Gwyneth Moven. I hope I got that right. Since you lived in several different countries, Norway, France, and Sweden, how have the different cultures affected your music? Yeah, well, first it's been very rewarding to live in different countries and explore different cultures. I also lived in Germany for some time. I spent a lot of time in America, traveling the world, and meeting people, seeing different traditions, different music, different food. I love to explore and find a lot of inspiration from the different cultures, and of course that is always affecting and inspiring the creation of our music. What's your most prized possession? My family. When Doug left the band, how did you find Roy? We had a common friend, Ulf Ødegaard, who was studying at the music school with Roy, and he was bragging about this guy. He could sing, so he had shivers all over his body, and then when things didn't work out with Doug, Roy was then first on the list. So yeah, so through this friend of ours, Ulf, we got in touch. In December 1993, you went to Japan for the first time to promote the Pearl Minds album. Why didn't the rest of the band go with you? They weren't allowed to. No, well, that was a record company decision back then. So I would have loved to have all the band with me, but I was the only one that was sent over. In December 1993, you went to Lübeck to shoot the first Conception video. What was that experience like? Freezing cold. I remember we spent the whole day on the beach on a really cold autumn day. So it was fun, but cold. If you lived in any other time, do you think you still would have been a musician? If not, what would you have been? I think I definitely would have been a musician. Absolutely. I've loved music all my life from I was a really, really small kid. From all I can remember, music's been so important. But if not, what would I have been? Well, I guess it was even more difficult back then to make a daily bread as a musician, so I'd probably be doing some farming to it. I don't know. Fishing, hunting. I don't know. But definitely music. Definitely music. Alright, then there's a question from Alexandra May. Which word, just one, would best describe your bandmates? Brilliant. Okay. Then Janne Kongsmark, also one of our dear camper friends. She's asking, are the new clothes you're wearing on the new promo pictures going to be the new costumes for the 2021 concerts? Yeah, I think maybe. We'll see when we get there. That's a good chance. We could also use from the clothes from the EP. We'll get there. What is your favorite conception memory? Well, it must be live experiences. That's always the best, and it's really hard to pick one. I was talking about that earlier on. This very special connection we feel with the audience, with our fans. This special energy that is the prime of doing conception. When we experience that, and that's an energy we can bring with us for a long time. So yeah, I would say just favorite memory, plenty of live experiences. What's the craziest thing that ever happened while on tour? That's pretty easy. I have to refer back to our crazy drummer. It's too long story to tell now, but what was the thing happening when Arvo was getting out of trouble in a real Viking manner with the help of a toilet. We'll get that story another time. Are you ever gonna release the DVD you were planning? We don't care about the quality or missing content. We just want it. Yeah. Well, we did record audio for all the shows we did for the EP for My Dark Symphony, and we had the camera, except in that we due to technical difficulties we didn't have audio recording from Spain. And it was in Spain we had a camera crew, so that didn't really work out as planned. But we'll continue to record stuff, and we do have multi-recording tracks from all the other shows that we couldn't put together later. So we'll look into that. Do the things you learn with early conception lead you to the work you do today with Gramart? Okay, for those who don't know, before I answer that, Gramart is an interest organization for featured artists or music that I work for with artist rights. There was definitely a synergy because I had a lot of experience I could bring into that organization, being an international performing artist. And Gramart, they could teach me a lot about, copyright, music law, and it's just been a good synergy, and it's also very rewarding for me to be able to help other artists and take part in political processes about music rights. Do you have any ritual you perform before you go on stage? I get in some kind of a meditative state, say maybe half an hour before a gig, to really collect my strength. We all have different rituals in the band. Ingar likes to talk a lot, so in my ritual I try to close my ears to Ingar, get his energy out in a different way, whilst Arve is warming up on the pad and Roy is warming up his voice, often next to a shower if possible. Alright, next question is from Felipe Palma Perez. Regarding State of Deception, what was your favorite track to record a solo for? I think the most fun I had recording a solo for this album was doing the solo for A Raven and Pigs. I remember I was all over the place there. I couldn't stand still recording that solo. And it was funny because my wife and daughter, just as I completed the solo, I noticed they'd just come home, so they were just standing there looking at this crazy person jumping around with a guitar. I felt a lot of art vibes on the solos for She Dragoon, The Mansion, and Feather Moves. Am I in the right direction here? And will there ever be another ARC record? Well, for starters, I would say ARC really came out of conception. I would say a track like A Million Gods paved the way for the style of ARC. So it's all in the true vibe of conception. Of course, I put my heart and soul in both these bands, so of course you have the ARC vibes. Maybe you can just call it a tour vibe, as it's my guitar playing. So you're absolutely in the right direction. And then you're asking also if there will ever be another ARC record. I'm afraid not. Is the answer to that. And next, here we have compiled some questions from Fabiano Betega, Dave Allen, Jon Borge, Høybakk, and Statis Intalasidis. I don't think I got that right. Please excuse me. Anyhow, do you plan to upload the old material on Spotify sooner or later, or better re-release everything? I cannot find physical copies everywhere. Well, our team is in dialogue with BMG. They're sitting on the catalyst from the Noise series, and I know they've been in dialogue for quite some time, and their plans to get everything released again. You have to address this question to BMG. I can't answer that. Sorry. I'm hoping to fairly soon. And then there's a second question from Dave Allen. Re-released old albums, they're amazing, and your fans want to consume them, I'm sure. Flow, Pearl Minds, The Last Sunset, and Any Multitude. Anyone who hasn't heard them will be blown away. Yeah, we'll definitely try to do that. Svestoslav Nikolo, are you planning a European-wide tour, including Balkans countries, after pandemic? For sure. Oh, we'd love to come play. We have a team working on all kind of possibilities, so hopefully we'll come to the Balkans as well, when time allows it. Then there's a question from Angel Pastor. I have to say that the most impressive thing you do, in my opinion, is composing this minimalistic, powerful riffs. By the way, my favorite album, hard to choose, is In Your Multitude. When you compose a song, what do you have in mind? Other artists you like to sound like? A specific sound from a gear? thanks a lot for your music and keep on rock. Well, thank you, Angel. There's different things in mind when doing a composition. It really depends what the inspiration is behind, but what I basically try always do is to go inside the music and let the music stream itself. So instead of calculating what was supposed to come out, it's more a process of being a medium, streaming the music through. Then a question from Pat Gravino. My question is, why did it take so long for this reunion to happen? Did you lose the desire to write and perform after Flow? No, I never really lost the desire to make music, but life came in the way. We all wanted to do different experiences. We all became family men. I was planning to have a short break. That short break was maybe a little longer break, but time flies. Elise, hi Elise, good to hear from you again. What are your personal goals, music-wise and not, for the next few years? Do you see the current COVID situation having any effect on those? There are discussions going on of how the current crisis will change many aspects of our lives. Yeah, it's a horrible thing, and it will change a lot, but also I'm sure we'll get through it, and I'm very interested to see what kind of world comes out in the other end. Well, the thing is to have a good life, good health, meet people, have a great experience, create more music, enjoy life. Okay, I'm afraid we're going to have to round off here, because we're out of time, so there's plenty of more questions to answer. I guess we probably should try to have this done. There's many more questions I didn't have time for now. So let's see if we can do some more like this later, or get them answered somehow. It's been a real pleasure to do this. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks again so much for your love and support. You are the best. So I really hope you like the new album. Hope to see you on tour. So now stay safe, take care of yourself and each other, and see you as soon as possible. So please make sure you like, you support, subscribe and follow our sites on Spotify, on YouTube, and so on. And well, what more can I say? Stay safe and enjoy. Thank you very much.